Hi, I'm Chrissie of Chrissie Crafts. Let me show you how to craft your way through one of those weeks. So it's been one of those weeks where you have loads too much on, too many people pulling you in all directions, and you end the week with a really big birthday party for a great friend who's celebrating a big birthday, and you just overdo it. First tip, sunglasses and lipstick will get you through most situations. School runs, early morning meetings, just no one look at me. Oh God, I'm so tired. Anyway, God, the lights are bright in here. Oh, what a week. So it started off last week. I had all my whips and ready to go and everything ready for my time management. And then my eldest daughter said, oh, it's my best friend's birthday party this weekend. And in addition to getting her a present that she'd chosen and purchased, she really, really wanted me to make her a pair of Pony McTate's fingerless mittens entitled Shall We Dance? Where are they? I have one to show you because I finished them and she gave them to her friend. She also has a pair. Aren't they lovely? I might have shown these before. Shall We Dance fingerless mittens pattern. All the details will be below in the description box. I mean, it's really simple, really quick make, but really pretty. And you could do them in all different colors, but I had used the Whistlebare yarn. I got it on Ravel last year. And the pattern makes loads. I've made like 3 pairs already with this beautiful shining yarn. I can't for the life of me remember what it's called, so I'll put those details below. I'm gonna pretty much have everything under the sun down below because I know nothing right now. I'm so tired. My brain is addled. So that was a whip that just took me a couple evenings, squeezing in here and there, trying to get them made, but I got them made, and now I have to make another one because Ella took my pair. Anyway, what I'm going to do, what I want to tell you is this. I can't ever just sit and do nothing, even though I would love to. I sit for about 30 seconds and I start to, like, my hands itch and I want to do something. You know what it's like when you're crafty and creative. It's just in our nature to always be doing things, even when we're exhausted. But there's a difference between pushing yourself to do something creative and just doing something creative and enjoying it and taking over the hours. So for days like that, the missed kingfisher is being missed. Well, it was missed last week because I just couldn't keep going with it because that involves some brain power and I love it, but it involves brain power of which I have none right now. So that sits cozily by, and instead I have my project of the little tunic I'm making for my youngest, which is using double crochet stitches in a nice little pattern. What's this one called? I showed this a couple weeks ago in one of the episodes. Peach Pocket Tunic by Eline. Anyway, it's something to do when you can't think, and just back and forth and back and forth. So the back of her jumper is nearly done, which is fantastic because I still have something to show for a week of tiredness. Also, where is everything? Also, I got my new Tunisian crochet hook from Knit Pro. Looks nice and smooth and no nicks or funny bits in there to snag my gorgeous Eden Cottage yarn, but it's still in a ball and that's still in the packaging because, again, I couldn't take on anything new, but I'm ready to go with that. Thank you for the tips, by the way, that I got sent some tips, and there was somebody who left a tip down below that a nail file will file a rough edge that was on this one, so I might give that a try. Or I might just use it to stake the tomatoes this summer or something, because I'm angry with that. Ooh, this is just going to be a silly little video today. I'm all over the plot. So, but in a day or two, I'm going to have all the brain cells fired up again, and I will get that going because I'm so excited to start that. And as JoJo Twinkle Toes on Instagram has shown, you can hook up the Cobbled Streets CAL like that. Woman's a machine. She did that so quick. It looked amazing. I'll put her details below just so you can go look at some eye candy. She made it look so beautiful, and she did it so quickly. I'm really inspired. That's what Instagram's good for, inspiring you to do stuff. But when I can't do that, I can do some pattern testing. My friend Annette from My Rose Valley has emailed me and asked if I would test out a pattern she's working on. I can show you a little bit of it. It's being released this week. So she said I could share a bit of it, but it's not completely finished. It's a bunting, Isak's bunting. And not blocked. I haven't fastened it off because I was testing it, so I was just whipping through it. But it's to match a blanket, Isak's blanket. She made a baby blanket pattern, and she decided with the leftover yarn from the blanket to make some bunting. And it's so sweet. It's just some trebles and some nice little granny clustery things going on there. And I love the top of it. Just, it's a nice little border that you don't normally find with buntings. Normally they're just chains or something. Isn't that cute? It worked out great. I gave her my notes, and hopefully she'll be releasing that pattern, and I will give you all the details for that. Nice quick little gift. I just think a baby blanket and some bunting to match with would be a really sweet present for a newborn. And that was a good thing to do when I didn't have the energy or willpower to start an entirely new thing like Tunisian crochet. When you're too tired to do anything, then you just show off what you've already made. So I finished the mandala from Simply Crochet. I haven't started the next one. Shouldn't even be wondering if I had, but there's the Namolio linen threads that I adore. Thread crochet. To hang them nicely like that, I use a mixture, well, you could use fabric glue, just paint it on the back of it, or a mixture of just plain white glue, PVA glue, and water. Water it down till it's thin, and just paint the back of it. It just stiffens it up just enough without actually changing the look of the fibers, that you can hang it, it won't flop. The other thing I'd like to show off, I'm wearing it again. I wore it last week and I completely forgot to mention it. It's the Spun Gold Shawl from Goldin, by Cat Goldin from the Crochet Project. The Crochet Circle podcast had done a Christmas crochet along, and I took part in that, and this was one of the choices of things you could make, and I made the Spun Gold Shawl. It uses one skein of yarn. It's so amazing. One skein, and you have this beautiful shawlette thing that I just always wear as scarves because they're just nicer. But I find it quite striking, quite different, and exceptionally pretty. And I've seen it made with all different colors. I chose the pale. This yarn was Life in the Long Grass. I got it from the Loveliest Yarn Company at the Knitting and Stitching Show. It was one skein sitting all by itself on a table, and I walked by and I said, I'll be having that. And I took it home. I rescue single skeins of yarn at yarn shows, you see. Chrissie's home for wayward yarn. Can't just leave them by themselves sitting on the table. So I brought it home and I had it sitting there looking pretty, and then I made it into the Spun Gold Shawl at Christmas. Just went perfectly. So I could show off what I've made if I haven't produced anything new to show off today. So you remember my cardigan. The cardigan that I forgot I'd made, and I forgot that I knew how to knit. Well, I went to my friends and we got started, and I got a good chunk of this first sleeve done. It'll be finished soon. I've been doing bits on my own. I don't think it's half bad. I'm really excited about that. So when that's done, I'll finish the other sleeve, put it all together, and then what is next for me with knitting? Anyone's guess. My crochet club met last night, the monthly crochet club. A couple of us who'd been together at the party over the weekend were there, and we all just kind of slumped at the table in the end, but we all just sat and hooked things very quietly. But we had a nice time. It is always just really lovely to get together. And last night's baking of choice was banana bread. Nigella Lawson's banana bread from the Domestic Goddess Cookbook is my favorite banana bread ever. I've made loads of different kinds. But it's very, very quick to make, so when you're too tired to really bake anything, but you don't want to buy anything, it's really easy. It's a wooden spoon and a bowl recipe. You just whiz it together and that's it. So it's very easy. Always turns out beautifully, and always get requests for the recipe. So I will put the recipe link down below. That's quick and easy make. So what's on the hoop this week? Not much has changed from last week, just because, as you can tell, last week was a bit of a bust, but I did get a lovely delivery of a whole bunch of beautiful silk ribbons. This is just a partial delivery. I had learned ribbon embroidery a number of years ago from a wonderful tutor named Sophie Long, who's on Instagram. I'll put her link below. And the lovely Sophie has come out with a gorgeous book on ribbon work embroidery, and it is beautiful and inspirational and full of pretty things, and ribbon embroidery is just so gentle and delicate and lovely that a week like this, when I'm feeling gentle and delicate but not very lovely, it's just what you need. So we had a bunch of ribbons delivered. And even the ribbons themselves are just so soft and silky and light and airy. And the colors are beautiful. These ones are variegated. Look at those. They'll make such pretty roses. And we're getting started on some ribbon embroidery. So here's one I made earlier. No, this is the original embroidery I made with Sophie in her workshop years ago. I've put this on Instagram before, so some of you might have seen this, but I love this heart. And do you see their sequins? It's like one of those moments that I thought, oh, I'm going to get along with this person, when not only was she doing ribbon embroidery tastefully, because it's just like any other craft. There's tasteful, and then there's like, there's lots of tacky stuff out there, but this was beautiful. Linen, ribbons, and then the sequins, I thought, just a little bit of snazzy, glittery, shiny. But look at the roses and the beautiful leaves and the colors. So we're going to be doing some of that. I'm going to be making some more ribbon embroidery projects. And then I promise I will get a quick tutorial up this week. I'm going to work really hard to do that, because I wanted to last week. And then everybody needed something from me at a different time and a different day, and birthday presents and this and that, and make this and do that. I do have another embroidery project on the go, but it is a secret. My friend Karina, who did the romantic motifs that I did a number of the projects from her book, I talked about that last time. She has a new secret project thing she's working on, and I'm helping her with something. So as soon as I can show you what I'm doing, I will. I feel like I'm shortchanging you. I really don't have much to talk about today. And until next time, I hope you have a quiet week, and a restful week, and an uneventful week. At least that's what I'm hoping for myself. And next week, I will hit the ground running and show you lots of fun stuff. And hopefully some, I was going to say finished whips, but I think I'm going to say hopefully some more progress on the whips. Until then, thank you for watching. Thank you for being patient. I think I just need to put these back on. Go make a cup of tea. Bye. Oh, that's not a nice face.